noticed that the Oakland Athletics are getting a lot of attention.
Oakland Athletics.
Oakland Athletics.
The future of the A's.
They got attention on this.
What's the worst team in baseball doing in the news? A's fans just held a reverse boycott.
Reverse boycott. The reverse boycott is fascinating.
I was there. It was incredible, and we're going to talk about it. In fact, this entire video was supposed to be about that game, but this story is bizarre. It involves corruption, an heir to billions, a city that just can't catch a break, and the bonkers fan base that calls that place home. So before we talk about what reverse boycott even means, we've got to answer a few questions. How did things get so bad? Who can we blame for this mess? Why are fans so pissed? And just what the is going on in Oakland? In the 2023 MLB season, after years of rumors, the Oakland Athletics announced that they would be moving to Las Vegas, building a new stadium on the Strip and relocating the team. No big deal, right? Sports teams move, right? Wrong. A's fans did not take this well. Why not? This man, John Fisher. Fisher is the billionaire owner of the Oakland Athletics. He got his money the old-fashioned way. His parents gave it to him. They founded the Gap in 1969 in San Francisco. They made billions and sent their sons to some of the best schools. After school, John started work on a real estate business to work directly with the Gap. Somehow, despite having every imaginable advantage, he failed. So, his parents put him in charge of their investments. John took that money and put in a $180 million bid to buy the A's. But that bid was lower than one from this man, Joe Lacob. Lacob would go on to buy the Warriors, whose success has been the stuff of legends. He built the Warriors a new stadium in San Francisco without a single dollar of public money. That'll be important later. And pushed them to win 4 NBA championships. We already know Fisher owns the A's, so how did he win with a lower bid? Enter former MLB commissioner Bud Selig. Selig's old frat buddy Lou Wolf had teamed up with Fisher in their bid to buy the A's. What seemed like a done deal for Lacob to take over was undone by Phi Lambda Phi. In the nearly 20 years since Fisher has taken over, he's made multiple attempts to move the team. He slashed the operating budget, let the stadium crumble, traded all the A's best players year after year, and despite all of that, he doubled season ticket prices. All of this, combined with terrible performance on the field, has caused attendance to tank. I made an entire video about what games are like now. So when the A's blame their own fans for not supporting the team, and the city for being unwilling to approve a new stadium, fans got pissed. I'm a Yankees fan, and the A's impressed the hell out of me. Just look at this. Clearly, the fans are not the problem. This proves that. A reverse boycott that we're going to talk about later proves that as well. So maybe the stadium is the problem. Let's take a look. The Oakland Coliseum sucks. The A's need a new stadium. No one disagrees. Fisher wanted to build the stadium, housing, restaurants, essentially an entire city at Howard Terminal in the Port of Oakland. The 55-acre project was beautiful, yet outrageous. Still, the city was ready to do it. Meanwhile, the Coliseum site is perfect. It sits between Amtrak, BART, a freeway, and the Oakland Airport. The Vegas deal is clearly worse. The deal Oakland was ready to sign.
A's ownership had insisted on a multi-billion-dollar 55-acre project that included a ballpark, residential, commercial, and retail. Whereas in Las Vegas, for whatever reason, they seem to be satisfied with only 9-acre lease ballpark.
The deal includes 5 times the acreage, more money, and millions of existing fans. Las Vegas is the smallest television market. It's almost guaranteed to fail financially before it's even started. So the stadium issue is a lie at best. Let's talk about the city. On my way to the reverse boycott game, I made a comment that we were driving through a really nice neighborhood. A week later, a 60-year-old man was shot and killed while trimming his hedges a block away from where I made that comment. Oakland has problems. Everybody knows that. But willingness to support a baseball team isn't one of them. Sure, development in California can be difficult, but the Warriors just finished a stadium in the much more difficult San Francisco, and they did that without a single dollar of public money. Fisher is no Lacob, of course, so maybe he should just sell. As an Oakland resident, I have at times been furious with local government. Now is not one of those times. Fans aren't the problem, the stadium isn't the problem, and the city isn't the problem. Then what's the problem? John Fisher is the problem. Manfred is the problem. And corruption in Major League Baseball is the problem. Fisher is simply unfit to own a sports team. He's part owner of the San Jose Earthquakes, and look where they rank on team salary. He's pushed a narrative that the A's are rooted in Oakland. Obviously, that's no longer the case, but he still keeps the signs up and refuses to grant interviews. Instead, Manfred is his mouthpiece. When the late Al Davis, former owner of the Raiders, was asked about Fisher, he said this: "I won't forget what they did to us in Oakland. They squatted on a lease for 10 years and made it impossible for us to build. All they did was the Bay Area." Which brings us to the reverse boycott. First, if you like this video, maybe you shouldn't subscribe. This might be the last baseball video I ever make. Fisher, Manfred, and the MLB just have me too pissed off. And I'm not even an A's fan. On the other hand, if you want to see what I do next, hit subscribe. Anyway, on to the boycott. Rather than sit back and take another L, fans decided to show the world what's really going on. The idea came from A's fan Stu Clary. Pack the Coliseum on a random Tuesday night where attendance might otherwise be a couple thousand. One of the coolest moments of the game was a planned silence in the top of the 5th inning. Take a look for yourself.
Gets it back in.
After the 5th inning silence, the fans were so loud that Hogan Harris thought his pitch comm had malfunctioned. And despite facing the best team in the league, the A's came from behind to win their 7th game in a row. As of this recording, they haven't won another game. The San Francisco Chronicle's Scott Osler had this to say: "This was the loudest middle finger I've ever heard. The night will go down as one of the great protest moments in the history of the Bay Area." The commissioner had this to say.
No, I mean, it was great. It's great to see what is this year, almost an average Major League Baseball crowd in the facility for one night. That's a great thing.
Absolutely horrendous, especially considering the MLB website says this. Led by Commissioner Robert D. Manfred, MLB remains committed to making an impact in the communities of the US, Canada, and throughout the world, perpetuating the sport's larger role in society. What a joke. Through this saga, Fisher has shown that any MLB owner can claim millions of public money with relative ease. And that's probably the reason he bought the team in the first place. This erodes the fabric of what it means to be a fan. Your team isn't your team. It's a billionaire's bargaining chip. The A's will probably end up leaving Oakland, and that's awful. I don't think MLB really hates their fans, but this makes it crystal clear that they represent the owners, not the game of baseball, not the fans, and definitely not you or me. If there's any hope for the A's staying in Oakland, it's that Fisher has botched 100% of the stadium deals he's been involved in. Remarkable consistency. Don Fisher, sell the team.